Oh my gosh, I have been recording this and re-recording this for the longest time. What is life? I'm so sad right now. I've been interrupted so many times. But whatever. Hi! This is my first ever Pokemon video and my first ever YouTube video for that matter, so please bear with me. Like I said, I've been recording this forever, and at this point, if I mess up, I don't think I'm gonna try to go back because I'm just gonna go ahead and play it YOLO. Anyway, this is an OU battle that I had on Showdown. The team that I'm using is Mega Charizard X, Latios, Aegislash, Tyranitar, Excadrill, and Genesect. At first I kind of just picked Pokemon that I like and that are really fun to use, and these guys also just happen to have some really great coverage between them. I have some good switch-ins, and with this team I have a lot of leeway to make some really clutch plays, so I love this team. It's really fun to use, and once you get the hang of it, people never expect what you could be doing next with this team, because I have the Mega Charizard X that has Dragon Claw, Will-O-Wisp, Earthquake, and Roost, and it's a tanky Charizard X set that I'm actually going to give credit off to PokeAim MD. I got it off of one of his videos. I'm pretty sure I'm not using his same exact Eevee spread and nature, however, but he did come up with the moveset, so kudos to him because that moveset is fantastic. It works so well. Nobody knows what to do against it. They don't know how to fucking react. I love using this Charizard. He's so much fun to use. Also, I have the Sandrush Excadrill, and you'd think that literally standing right next to my Tyranitar, people would know right off the bat that this guy is a Sand Rusher. But with all these fucking Rotals running around, you know, I don't blame them for assuming that I am the Mold Breaker. Looking at this guy's team, I'm really afraid of that Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is always a threat to my team since 4 of my Pokemon get walled and then 2-hit KO'd by this guy. He is really scary to play around. He definitely fucks over my Latios and my Aegislash, and then he can easily just take out Excadrill and Genesect with 2 foul plays. So I'm gonna have to play carefully around this Mandibuzz. He's also got Thundurus and he has a Mega Lucario, and everybody knows that Mega Lucario is batshit insane, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. I'm gonna go ahead and start the battle. He's gonna open with his Slowking, and I'm gonna open with my Charizard to get my Mega Evolution in. I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp him to get that residual damage. This Scald didn't really do too much, so I'm gonna switch into Latios to take the Scald and then Energy Ball him right back. But he went for the Dragon Tail, and that was pretty questionable. But I'm okay with that because it actually brings in my Tyranitar, and my Tyranitar is a specially defensive god. So he's gonna take this Scald like it's a refreshing drink of spring water, and I get the free Stealth Rocks off. I was thinking this Crunch would actually kill the Slowking from where he was at, but it doesn't, and then his next Scald ends up burning me, so I was kind of mad about that. But later on you'll see that this that burn ends up in my favor. He's gonna immediately go into his Mandibuzz, and thinking he's gonna defog, I'm just gonna get this safe switch in on my Genesect. Like I said, I want this Mandibuzz to die as soon as he can, so I'm just gonna go for the Thunderbolt in case he stays in. Of course he switches out to Amoonguss, and I'm thinking he's gonna Spore, so this is where the burn comes in. He can't Spore me since I'm already burned, and now I'm gonna make him use a Giga Drain, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to switch into Charizard. He doesn't know what 2 of my moves are right now, so he probably thinks that I have a fire move. I actually knew that Gyarados would come in, so I should have Will-O-Wisp right off the bat, but I'm just gonna go for a Roost just in case he tries to set up or do whatever, and I can just get a for sure Will-O-Wisp on this Gyarados. He switches out thinking that I would Will-O-Wisp, and you know what, I really don't mind this Will-O-Wisp on Mandibuzz because then I get the residual damage and negate the effects of leftovers. I'm gonna stay in on my Charizard and just keep Dragon Clawing this Mandibuzz in case he wants to switch out or in case he wants to Roost. I just want to keep that damage going on this Mandibuzz. He switches right back into Gyarados, and I'm scared that he's gonna predict me to Will-O-Wisp and then go for a sub and then start setting up Dragon Dances on me. So I switch into my Genesect because I know that if he goes for a sub, I can just break the sub, take a Waterfall or whatever he wants to hit me with, in that case a Bounce, and then end up one-shotting him afterwards. Of course he didn't want to stay in on a Thunderbolt, but I'd go for it anyway just in case, as I don't want to mess around with that. Here I actually tricked him because he thought that I was going to go into Tyranitar again to do the same thing, but I ended up going to Charizard, predicting his Giga Drain. I don't mind Charizard taking the Spore because Charizard and Aegislash are my two Pokemon that can definitely take the sleep turns. Like I said, he thought I would switch out of my Charizard since he's asleep, but I don't really care if my Charizard is asleep because I know he can burn through these sleep turns. Gyarados is going to have that boosted waterfall, but I already knew that I would live it, so I get the Will-O-Wisp off. I was kind of going to fodder off my Charizard at this point, but he actually went for another Dragon Dance, and I did not expect that. So I'm kind of scared at this moment, because at 2 times speed, this Gyarados is going to outspeed my Scarf Genesect and my Excadrill even in the Sandstorm. So now I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice my Tyranitar and get a new round of Sandstorm coming in. I figured that he would try to Earthquake, and I have weakness policy on my Aegislash, so then I could have retaliated with an Iron Head and killed him, but he ended up going for another Dragon Dance, and that's actually fine because with the Iron Head damage, with the burn damage, and the Sandstorm damage, I can just take him out with a Shadow Sneak. He brings in a Amoonguss, and like I said earlier, Aegislash, and especially being at full health, can take a Spore, and I don't mind him to be asleep, so now the threat of any of my other sweepers being asleep is gone. Here's where I actually mess up. I always forget that electric resists other electric moves, so I went for the Thunderbolt like a freaking scrub, and Thundurus comes in on his Sperm Cloud and just takes the Thunderbolt. I could have Ice Beamed it and he would have been gone, but I made a really bad play right there. He knows that Excadrill outspeeds in the sand, so he switches out of the Rock Slide into Manabuzz. Unfortunately, the second Rock Slide didn't kill off Manabuzz, but that's fine because he ended up going for the knockoff instead. He probably thinks I'm going to switch out here, but I don't want to risk him Swords Dancing, which he did, so I get the Earthquake off. At this point, since I still have my Charizard, I'm just going to use my Charizard to do as much damage as I can to this Amoonguss. And since he has his Thundurus left, I'm going to try to do enough damage so that Rock Slide would be able to kill Amoonguss in case he would try to switch out to Thundurus expecting me to Earthquake. So right now this burn is going to take the Amoonguss to a spot where Rock Slide can safely kill it. I actually missed my Rock Slide here, but it doesn't really matter because I still have full health Latios and full health Aegislash in the back. I get this Rock Slide. He also misses Stun Spore. It wouldn't have mattered because Thundurus is faster than me anyway, unless I guess I could have gotten Parahax. But it's like I said, it didn't really matter. I still had Latios and Aegislash in the back. So that was the game. It was a really fun game. I really liked playing that one. I don't really know if it really exemplified how well my team works. To be honest with you, I don't know if it's a very competitively viable team. It's just a really fun team to play with that I really like a lot. But anyway, I would appreciate any feedback, any comments or whatever. You can go ahead and type a YouTube comment, type me a message. You can message me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Radadactyl. You can message me on Twitter at twitter.com/Haxadactyl. Anything at this point would help. Like I said, we all gotta start somewhere. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and bye!